Hey guys, welcome back. Outlaw Edge Blade Works. Books and more books. I got a whole bunch of books in my library, and you can see I'm sitting in my wood room right now. I have the tires behind me for my car, and no wood because it's not 50 bazillion below zero right now. So I've been using very little wood. The furnace right now, it's actually going. I just stoked it up, but there's a trailer load of wood in front of the house. Don't even feel like going out there and getting any tonight. As far as I'm concerned, the fire can die because it hasn't been that cold. It's been actually really nice. But I was digging through my library, and I figured I'd bust out some tree books. Excuse me. So tonight, I figured I'd show you some of my books that I got on trees. And these are awesome books that you can throw in your pack. And when you're out in the woods, you know, check out what kind of trees you're messing around with. And this is Arthur Harmont Graves' Illustrated Guide to Trees and Shrubs. And this is a great book. I found this is actually an older book, but I found this like at I believe it was a used bookstore. And it was $5, and it was worth every bit of $5. And I you know, what I'll do is I'll throw this in my pack sometimes when I'm out in the woods messing around, and I'll use this to identify different trees and shrubs and bushes and whatever. And there's just a plethora of tree books out there, and I probably own every one of them in my library. But this guy here, this is another one that highly recommended. And these are all, I'd say these are all like my 5-star tree books. So this one I really like because it's so colorful, and it shows you know, trees. It shows what kind of leaves and berries and whatever, and it identifies them really good with pictures. They're nice and clear, and I got this a while back, and it's what is this, visual reference guide to trees. Awesome book, highly recommended if you guys get a chance to pick this one up. And there's spots in here where you can put notes and just all kinds of stuff. It's a great book. I'm always out messing around, looking at different trees, and you know, there's going to be some other books that I'll show. But what this is I'm going to take my library and I'm going to kind of break it down in a certain category, and try to do each video on. I'll do bushcraft and trees and survival and different styles of ancient weapons and just all kinds of different stuff. And I'll take my library and break it down where I can kind of show you guys, like even children's books. I did a video on that the other day, and I wanted to do something that was kind of interesting because I know some people like birds and trees and whatever, instead of just seeing a bunch of knives on my website all the time. But anyways, try not to bore you. So this book, I'm sure you guys have all seen this. I don't even know how you say this. The Audubon Society Field Guide to North American Trees, and they come in this leather-bound book, and there is a mess load of pictures in here, and it shows poisonous leaves and all kinds of different trees. And lost my bookmark. And the pictures and everything in here are great though, and then it has, you know, identifiers and what style of leaves. But this book right here is one of my favorites to throw in the pack and take out in the woods. One of my other favorites, I should say. 5-star book. If you get a chance to check this one out, and they have a whole bunch of different stuff with animals and birds and plants and all that kind of good stuff. What's That Tree? A Beginner's Guide. And this is another one that you can throw in your pack because it's so tiny and it weighs almost nothing, and it's just full of awesome pictures and write-ups about trees, their leaves and acorns and everything. It's a really nice book. Can't say enough about this one. This is one of my favorites for the pack too. I mean, all these ones right here are just awesome. There's some good ones here, and this one I've had for a long time, so I know it's an older book. And I actually still see this in the bookstores, not recently, but you know, like if you're in the malls and bookstores and whatever, they do have this one still, so I know it's still on the shelves. But I really like how this one has the colorful pictures and all that, and they're updated and they're not black and white and whatever, because you know, you can get yourself sick if you don't identify the right plants, wild edible plants or trees, you know, if you're testing leaves and whatever. But this has been a great book too. It's kind of heavy and big, but I mean, I'll still throw this in my pack, I don't care. But that's a nice one, I like this. And then there's another one about forests, and this has kind of a lot of everything, and it's not just trees, but it shows you the different kind of vegetation, different style of plants and animals and birds and leaves. Has wild edibles. But this is one of the small books that you can throw in your pack that's lightweight. So I really like these. So in my library I have a ton of these with plants and animals and vegetation and whatever, where they're all the different styles. And these are fun because you can grab, you know, 3 or 4 different books, throw them in your pack, and you have a whole library in your pack when you're out in the woods checking stuff out, hiking around and whatever. And this one was California, Sierra Nevada, which is the area that I'm from. And this is a black and white, but I really liked it because there's so much information in this book. And a lot of the stuff that is in this book I see out in the woods here, so I like to, you know, check the different areas of how, you know, what style plants and flowers and wild edibles that they have in different areas. You know, I like to compare them and learn different things from them with their colors and their sizes and everything like that. But yeah, this has been a great book. I had this one for a while. And Trees of North America. This is one of them, America. This is one of them backpack books I was talking about. Lots of colorful pictures, and this is a really nice book. There's tons of stuff in this one. Highly recommended right there. And National Geographic, they make a lot of books not only on trees, but just anything outdoors and nature and whatever. That's a great one right there. And of course, because I live in Minnesota, Trees of Minnesota. Can't leave that one out. And this is a little mini one. So this one's in my pack a lot of times. I actually have 2 of them. There's one in my pack that I keep in there sometimes, and one that I keep here. And lots of colors and whatever. And it'll tell you in here, it'll tell you the berries, but not only the berries, like, what is this, a juniper or something? Oh, red cedar. But it'll tell you like the berries and whatever that are edible, and then it'll tell you if you can eat the leaves or the needles, the what you can do with the pitch from the trees and the cambium layers, if they're edible. I mean, there's just tons of stuff in these books, and they're awesome. And this one being so small, it's just great. You can throw it in your cargo pants pocket or your back pocket, or throw it in your pack. But anyways, hope I didn't bore you guys. And I'll try to do some other book videos and bushcraft and survival books that I'll show, you know, as I'm dragging stuff out of my library, and when we get all that stuff cleaned up, and I'll throw it in boxes and do a couple more videos on it. But I'm bored tonight, so I figured I'd share with you guys, and I know there's somebody out there that'll like a tree book. But anyways, thanks a lot for joining me. Check out our website, mnoutlaw.customs.com. Thanks.